see anything there that catches your eye on the shelf there?
On the shelf. I don't know if you've got it on the shelf, but Ikari Warriors is right there. One above. And that game rocks.
It certainly does. Brought to you by John Twiddy and Elite Systems. John Twiddy is a fantastic programmer. It's some wonderful, wonderful work.
Nice.
I'm assuming it's loading. Oh, let's bring up the game. Now,
yeah,
this
Ikari Warriors.
A wonderful arcade game, obviously, as well.
Yes.
There we are. The Commodore 64 version.
God, it came out on the Commodore 16.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Where's C64?
Oh, just to the left of you. There you go.
John Twiddy. Music by Zzap.
Nice.
Graphics by Paul Walker, Rory Green, Karen Truman, John Harrison.
There we go. What year was it? 86.
86, I think it was. Oh, there you go, 86. Do you know, I said 86 before I looked. I'm not trying to be special or anything. Right, okay. United States cut. They've got the United States version here. Oh, there's United Kingdom.
Nice. Subtle cover.
Yeah, well, Rambo had come out. First Blood Part 2 had come out around 85, I think it was.
Yeah.
And everybody was into sort of bare-chested machine gunning. Basically.
I still am into bare-chested machine gunning.
We talked about loading screens before, but they were an art, and they still are an art.
Well, that's a good one. That's pretty good. You look at the box. Look at that.
Yep.
I've done a good job on that. I'm always ripping out grenade pins with my teeth.
General Alexander Bonn, CIF US Forces in Central America, has been seized by a band of revolutionaries and held captive in his own headquarters. Before his final capture, he relayed a mayday which you and your buddy picked up. Your plane crash lands in the dense jungle some distance from the headquarters. After deciding whether to go it alone or attempt the rescue together, you set off. You're deep in guerrilla territory. Nice. On all sides gather trained marksmen and combateers. Determined to stop you, it soon becomes apparent that you lack the supplies to win, but win through you must. Ambush enemy tanks and use them yourself. Good part of the game.
Yeah, that was
Collect
great.
fuel and grenades left by the enemy as they retract. Show no mercy, for you are the Ikari Warrior.
Nice. What is an Ikari Warrior?
I don't know, it sounds slightly Japanese.
The next thing you must master will be the 4 moves.
I don't know.
Ikari, yeah, it could be.
I mean, SNK did the arcade game.
Yeah, maybe. Because there was a little, as you said, the kind of bare-chested men with machine guns games. There was Commando as well, which I enjoyed a lot. Rambo. Well, Commando was Rob Hubbard music as well, wasn't it? Was it Rob Hubbard?
Commando and Martin Galway did Rambo.
Yes.
And that was the thing. I've got an outtake from the original film, actually, where... that's a good sign. From the original film, where Martin Galway did the music to Rambo, and he was getting obsessed with trying to get scores higher than Rob Hubbard. And he remembers getting... I think it was either Zzap or Commodore user, and he was like, yes! Because he got like a 1% higher than Rob Hubbard for the Commando. And he was like, I mean, Martin did actually do some pretty good stuff in that Rambo soundtrack. Actually, he did made some strange. I'm not going to go into the technical details now because it's I can't recall it perfectly exactly what he did, and I'll probably ham it up. But there is a deleted scene somewhere where I think we called it Galway versus Hubbard, And when I showed it to Rob Hubbard, he laughed his head off. He said, "I never knew that," because for him, it was just, oh, it's just doing music for another game.
Yeah.
And he actually showed me once. He had his receipts book.
Wow.
And he was charging like 200 quid, 300 quid. Just it was such a small amount of money.
Indeed, and you know, it's not like they were just banging it out with some music sequencer or something. They were having to code these pieces of music, properly code them, and use all sorts of clever tricks and things to get the sounds working properly. That whole thing needs to do with alternating 3 notes very, very fast to make it sound like a chord. And it meant you only had to use one sound channel, but you could still make it sound like a chord. But where you get that kind of sound, very Commodore 64 sound, it's a way of making chords without using up your polyphony.
Yep.
Right, I think it has loaded.
Well, what's interesting, the Zzap review actually, it's 88. That says 88 on it as well. But it's listed on Moby Games as 86. But that could be they're mixing. That's when the arcade game came up in 86.
Oh, it might be.
So I'm assuming that's probably what it is. I don't think they gave it. They're all thumbs up, but I don't think they gave it
89
a sizzler.
No.
Then they just said it was good. 80. That's a bit
harsh.
Actually, to not give it a sizzler, but 32 years later, who cares?
No, I'm gonna write to them. Is there an address for Zzap in the back of this?
There will
Zzap
be
Towers, as I think they used to call it, didn't they? They were all in the same place, weren't they?
Yep.
Where was it?
Above and off license. Well, Crash. Let's not go down. Let's save that for another day, actually, because I've just remembered the number of stories.
Perhaps the day that we play Ghosts and Goblins is worth talking about Zzap as well, because of going.
Oh, don't.
You know.
Do you know?
Going into that story then. Though,
you know, when I was very lucky to have dinner once with Julian Rignall when we were in Los Angeles filming his interview. Well, we just finished his interview. We went out for dinner with him afterwards.
Yeah.
And he told me, I told him that very sad story of Ghosts and Goblins, and he did not care.
As he wouldn't. You know how many kids. Let's not go to the story now, but he must be like, look, we had kids coming in every week.
But the idea that I actually bought the game, I bought the original game, and I let Matt Ward, my friend, copy it, right? And he sends off, and he took another mate, though he claims that he rang me and my phone was engaged. So he then rang his friend Paul Finn, who went with him, and I was the one that got him into Zzap. That I got the game, and that was my chance to go up there.
Also, you had a higher score than him as well. But anyway, we'll talk about that story another day.
It's funny how 30 what we're talking about, 34 years later, it still rankles me, because I could have gone to Zzap as a kid. I idolised those guys, that magazine.
Yeah.
Anyway,
right.
So
let's do it.
Grenades. Wasn't it a double press? Yeah.
Hold it down.
That was it. That's what they should have done with Commando.
Yeah. Oh. Can you do a diagonal? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I stuck behind.
That's right. You dissolve.
Stuck behind a leaf.
When you die, you. It's really quite cool that you basically turn into pixels. Have a look at this.
God, there's so many baddies.
A tremendously enjoyable shoot 'em up, which comes into its own in the 2-player mode.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm getting savaged. Here we go. Oh, I was lobbing grenades.
Oh, and you blew the sand cup. Oh, no, I remember that.
Oh, come on.